Discipline versus motivation is the current hot topic in the fitness industry. But what does it mean? I know what it means for me, but what does it mean for you? Motivation is fantastic. It's brilliant. It's you just want to go, you just want to get it done. You're inspired, you're hyped up, you're amped, and you just want to get in, go do something. And when it comes to the gym, you can't be beaten. You want to get in there, you want to hit a PR, you want to work really hard, and you want to, you've got a new fitness goal. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to get it. But it wanes and it fades. So what happens when motivation's not there? Discipline takes over. Now, discipline's great. It is absolutely fantastic. It's what gets you out of bed when you've had a terrible night's sleep, or you've got something going on that's really just pissing you off on the outside, and you just like, I just want to wallow and sit on the sofa and binge watch something and just shut the world off. But you've got to go to the gym, and discipline is what will get you up and just go get that hour and a half done, and then you can come back and do that. That's what discipline does. Or when it's leg day, like today. Yeah, I know. I will do a leg reveal at some point. If you follow me on any social media, you will not see my legs anywhere. I'm not saying they're small. I'm not saying they're big. I'm not saying anything. But I will do a leg reveal one day. Now, motivation can come from so many different places. It can go from, for example, watching the Rocky box set. Nothing gets me amped up than watching, especially 1 to 4. The training montages in these films and all the 80s action films. You just want to go and you want to emulate what those guys did. The Stallones, the Arnies, the JCVDs, like just absolute legends. Getting stronger, getting better, with the goal in their head to beat that foe or save that person. Nothing gets me more amped up, but obviously that motivation comes and goes. There's so many other things that can motivate you to go to the gym. Like when I was younger, yeah, great, stick on an 80s classic, I'm good to go. As I've gotten older, and especially as a dad, and how heavy my kids are, I want to be able to be throwing them around and playing with them for as long as humanly possible. So going to the gym, I know that every time I go, I'm going to be able to play with my kids for longer. I don't want to be one of those dads who takes their kids to the park and got to sit down every 5 minutes because I'm out of breath. One of my favourite forms of motivation when someone tells me I can't do something. About 2 years ago at work, we do something called the Biggest Loser, where everyone gets their body fat percentage measured with calipers. On the 1st of January, you have 3 months, you get calipered again, the person who's lost the most amount of body fat wins. And I didn't take part in the first one because I was on paternity leave. But last year I did. And the year I didn't take part, there were people who were taking it quite seriously. Someone who worked really hard didn't win. And I off the cuff sort of said, half joking, half not, well, you know what you need to do. You need to get nice and fat, 25% body fat, and then get down to a reasonable 12, 13% body fat, and you've cut your body fat in half and you've won. And someone turned around and said, you can't do that. And I said, even though I was half joking, half being serious, I said, why not? You can't lose that much body fat in that amount of time. My response was, watch me do it. And the reply was, well, you can't do it healthily. I said, watch me do it healthily, hold my pre-workout. And I did. I went from 19 point something percent body fat to 8.4% body fat or something like that via the calipers. Me and my coach, we think it was probably closer to just shy or just under 10% body fat. But as per the calipers, it's what it was. So that is over 50% reduction of my body fat in 3 months. And I came out of it healthier than ever. My blood pressure was lower. My resting heart rate was lower. I was eating 5 a day every day. I was getting a good amount of fibre in, obviously, because that's the cheat code to losing weight. And I felt great. And it was 3 months, the same 4 meals. I've said it before in other videos. It was 3 months of the same 4 meals every single day. Cardio, half an hour, fasted first thing in the morning every single day for the first month, 45 in the second, an hour in the last. Calories didn't change. And I did what I did. And the motivation behind that was peak for those 3 months because someone told me I couldn't do it. But there will be doubters, there will be haters who say you can't do something. If you're currently 30-40% body fat and you want to get down to 12% with abs, some people might say, well, it's definitely doable, but some people might say you can't do that. Some people might do that. There are people out there who might do that, but you absolutely can. Use that fuel, use that fire. To use these things we have in life as motivation is fantastic fuel for fitness goals. If you can use that as your motivation, it's powerful as hell. So when you're absolutely motivated to get into the gym and hit your fitness goals, don't let that go because that's your only form of motivation. There's so many forms that you can draw on, that you can pull from to motivate yourself. Now, yeah, it's not always going to be there. Motivation will not always be there. Like I say, those groggy mornings, those leg days, those cardio days, motivation's not always going to be there. But the longer you can go to the gym, the more you can instill those habits in you, the more you'll get into a routine and a way of doing things. And that discipline will wake you up and it'll be like, today is my gym day. I need to go. And 99.9% of the time, you're going to go to the gym and you're going to feel better for it afterwards. You started the gym for a reason. Whether that reason was for longevity, or if it was because you want to look good on a summer holiday, or any of those things, or your aspirations to step on stage, you started it for a reason. Don't let a lack of motivation stop you from hitting those goals. In all aspects of life, to be fair, not just the gym. So motivation, yes. Draw on what you can to motivate yourself to get into the gym. When it's not there, discipline yourself to get up and go. You know you're going to feel better afterwards, and you're going to be one step closer to your goals. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Drop me a comment. If there's anything you want me to cover, let me know, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.